Yellowjackets eventually reveals which character is the infamous Pit Girl from the premiere episode after 4 years of anticipation. Brief flashbacks to the kids' final days in the forest hinted at their eventual path to ruthlessly hunting, murdering, and ritually cannibalizing one another in the first episode of Yellowjackets. The death of the Pit Girl, whose face is veiled as she travels barefoot through the icy woods, falls into a hole with stakes at the bottom, and is subsequently consumed by the other masked teenagers, was the first gore depicted in Yellowjackets. For 3 seasons, the identity of the Pit Girl remained a mystery, and in the Season 3 finale, Yellowjackets' past finally caught up to that pivotal moment. The circumstances of the Pit Girl's death is examined in further detail in the conclusion of Yellowjackets Season 3, which makes her grisly death even more horrific than previously thought. Although there was much discussion and conjecture on which character in Yellowjackets would be the Pit Girl, the most widely accepted theory about her identity was ultimately and tragically correct. The most popular belief regarding the identity of the Pit Girl since the conclusion of Yellowjackets Season 1 was that Mari would be the one. Mari's Pit Girl theory was proven true by the tragic events that were seen in the 3rd season finale of Yellowjackets. Because Mari didn't fit the known current Yellowjackets survivors and most nearly resembled the physical description of a Pit Girl from those short pilot episode snippets, it was assumed that she would be a Pit Girl. Pit Girl had to be a figure who viewers had already come to know, recognize, and comprehend in Season 1 in order to live up to the tragedy and weight of the kids' moral decay and loss of humanity hinted at in Yellowjackets' debut episode. The impact of Pit Girl's death might have been lessened if she had been one of the minor Yellowjackets characters from Seasons 1 or 2, whose names were seldom acknowledged. In the meantime, viewers had been familiar with Mari's name and identity during the course of the previous timeline, since Yellowjackets Season 1. Naturally, from the beginning, Yellowjackets Season 3 has also been preparing Mari to become a Pit Girl. For starters, in Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 1, Mari slipped into the pit without stakes after Coach Ben emptied it out. Before becoming the actual Pit Girl, she became a Pit Girl. Like the hunt hinted at in the pilot, Season 3 also began with the youths pursuing Mari through the woods, but this time it was for a game of capture the bone, instead of the Yellowjackets' self-sacrificing hunt. Therefore, throughout Season 3, that foreshadowing has been present at all times. The significance and interpretation of the teaser moments from the Season 1 opener have changed once Yellowjackets ultimately revealed the entire context of the Pit Girl's death. For example, we know that Van is the one who looks down and discovers Mari in the pit, and her emotion is more grieved and crushed than the subtly contented and resigned one that the premiere appeared to imply. Additionally, we are aware that none of the characters just accepted or embraced their parts in the search in silence. For example, Natalie prepared the body and bled it as a punishment for betraying Shauna. The most significant new context is that during the hunt, numerous covertly smaller plots and betrayals were taking place. Instead of attending the hunt, Lottie and Aquila went to the cave where Lottie spoke with the Antler Queen ghost, who represented the wilderness. Since they were close friends, Jen and Melissa devised a scheme to try to divert Shauna and a few of the others from pursuing Mary in the hopes of increasing her chances of surviving. In the midst of the quest, Natalie and Hannah came up with a scheme that seems to have led to the teens' eventual rescue. In order for Hannah to escape Shauna, Natalie and Hannah ultimately changed clothes. After fixing the satellite phone, Natalie surreptitiously carried it to the top of a cliff, where it received a signal. Before Yellowjackets Season 3 conclusion went to the credits, a guy eventually answered the phone after she yelled into it in the hopes that someone would hear her. This suggests that Mari Pit Girl's untimely death was what ultimately allowed them to go back home. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.